Greetings, fellow noobs, and welcome to the channel that only casts games on Steps of War in Metalopolis. Ha! That's what it feels like tonight, guys. This is Blomus. Welcome to NuubCast. Here we have Lapsus, spawning as the red Protoss at the northern position here on Metalopolis, and his opponent is the blue Terran by the name of Bloom. Bloom, you may remember as Halcyon Mouse. And I went to go and look at the email that came with this replay, but I got distracted, which happens all the time when I go into Windows or do just about anything in my life. Yeah, distractions abound, and I'm so easily captured by them. I'm like the bird that, that'd be flitting around, and every little shiny thing has to go and check it out. And anyway, another rabbit trail. But anyway, as I was saying, Halcyon Mouse started another account because he wanted to experiment on what it would be like to, with the Terran race, which is his normal race, start over, lose all your placement matches, start off in bronze, and then try and get to diamond by only macroing. Macroing Marine Marauder medevac, basically a move commanding into your opponent. And we watched him do this not too long ago. It was where he had made it to the Silver League, and he had been doing this and had been successful. He's continuing to do this. This is the next league. I think this is him in Gold League now, doing the same thing. It may be Platinum. This is why I wanted to go look at the email, which I actually eventually completely forgot about, came back to cast the game, and realized that I'd forgotten after I started the cast. So, yeah, so I don't know if this is Gold or Platinum. I want to say Gold, but part of me thinks it might be a Platinum game. In any case, I'm sure if you look in the comments, Bloom or Halcyon Mouse will eventually pop his head in and correct me if I'm wrong, or congratulate me if I'm correct. Basically, congratulate me for making crap up because I can't remember nothing. SCV's popping out. Normal as normal can be. 2 gates and a Cyber Core. I cannot control my mouse. I actually turned up my mouse settings for playing the game because I thought it was just a little bit too slow, so I upped it 10%, and it's fine for playing, but now for casting it's actually a big pain in the butt. So, but instead of actually changing it, I'm just going to live with it and learn. So forgive me if the mouse jumps around. I think they have smart panning for observing, and I should probably have that turned on, but I hate it during the game, so whatever, anything's clever. Lapsus doing the wise thing, dropping a pylon over there in the dark place that he can't see, putting it in his closet so he can see the monsters that might be hiding in there. Always good to prepare yourself and protect yourself from the potential monsters in your closet, or in this area, whatever they want to call that, the hidden smoky, like, it's just like sort of those things that can only exist in the reality that within which it is placed. Like, who would build this in real life? Just have a platform, build some buildings, and then put up a smoke screen at the backside. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But if you accept the game world, you accept the reality of the game world, then oh, slow probe. Oh, he's gonna get away. Should have just hung out up there, Bloom. You could have smacked that bad boy. But yeah, it's all about accepting the reality in which you find yourself. Same in movies, you gotta protect that fourth wall. If you can accept the reality that the movie is presenting to you, then you can enjoy it no matter what ludicrous things happen in it. Tell you a little story while these forces get gathered up here. We have a proxy pylon going down here for Lapsus as these armies perhaps move across the stage. stage. I guess it's a stage, stage 4. So they move across the map. Observer coming out for Lapsus. A friend of mine told me the story. He was watching Cars, you know, the Pixar film, with his wife. This was before they had their, well, it was before they had their first child, so I don't know why I'm getting into that kind of detail. Anyway, sitting down watching this movie, in the very beginning, Lightning McQueen, there's a huge wreck, and he jumps over, he rides up the bottom one car and jumps and hits on the tires and bounces, and it's just like this real fantastical series of events in the race. I'm sure everyone who's watching this has seen that movie and knows exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, in the middle of that section, she goes, "That could never happen." Well, duh, because cars can talk. Anyway, Bloom coming in, going to layeth the smacketh downeth. Oh, there is the very good force field by Lapsus. And my fellow Brotossians, in positions like this, you should never, ever, 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 if you're on a map like this, any map except like Scrap Station, you should never get beat by this early Terran push for this particular reason. You should have sentries. You should have sentries, and you should make force fields. And if you do that, you will never, ever, 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 ever get beat by an early Terran push. I promise you. If you do it, you make force fields, and you are quick with your F button, you will never get beaten by an early Terran push. So all you Terrans pushing that 7-minute Marauder push, 3 racks Marauder push, that is just so devastating to Protoss players, not anymore. We know what to do now. We know what to do. We are going to beat you at every turn. We are going to force field that ramp, and we are going to make you regret and frustrate you to no end. Yeah, see, I don't like this engagement. Yep, get back up that ramp. Get on up that ramp. Very smart by Lapsus, even though he's probably not going to win. Very good. Drawing them back, keeping the Marauders at bay. Excellent, excellent. Now get out of range. Very good, very good. This is what you want to do. You're watching it happen for you right here with this Protoss player. He's showing you how to withstand early Terran pressure. Now Bloom has to go home and macro up some more, which is what he's going to do. What he's going to do. And he's getting the orbital command out at his expansion. That's the one thing that this build allows Terran to do, even if he gets pushed back, even if he gets, you know, if it doesn't go well for him and he doesn't get the win. Force field, Guardian Shield, not bad, not bad, not bad. Another force field, excellent work by Lapsus, and that is a dead Terran force. But, and look at all the units that Lapsus got to keep. That's just good stuff right there. Makes my heart happy. Nothing against Housey Mouse. Obviously, he's super cool and he sends good replays in. But that's how you want to do it. Now, the question is, do you want to push? The big thing that's being discussed now by higher level Protoss players is this question of, should I be pushing as Protoss? Yeah, time to get out of Dodge, bro. No. Just get out. Just get out. Just get out. Oh, you got your Colossus sniped, and now you're in trouble. Well, now you're not in trouble because Bloom's just gonna transfer some SCVs. Now we look at the army tab. We are dead even. 49 food. Bloom jumping up just a little bit. Look at the income, dead even, except not anymore because Bloom's expansion is about to kick off and totally rocket, even though he's got like nothing happening at home, only a few SCVs, but he is nearly mined out. Still should have some guys running there. And now going to take down that pylon finally. And now you see, as we go, Bloom's economic advantage is really going to take off now, and Laps is just now getting down his expansion. I don't like the aggression here. I don't like it at all by Lapsus. He's going to get himself hurt. because he's definitely behind now economically, and he only has that one Colossus. If you're going to go and tackle that force, you need to have 2, 3, probably wait until you have 4, the best. And he's got the money and the gas, so he should be making them and rallying them to his army. But that's going to be a while, so yeah, once again, I don't like this aggression. I think, and this is to finish what I was saying before, this is the conversation that's been going on. How should Protoss be playing? People are saying that Protoss should be behaving like Zerg, and not being aggressive, but waiting and letting the other races come to them. Nice force fields, good guardian shield, but still, it's not enough. Too many guys are going to leak through, and he's going to get sniped. He's going to lose his Colossus. No, he's not going to lose his Colossus. Very nice. Good escape route. But if Bloom wants to push right here, he can, and he can win. So, not sure. I mean, he's just going to press his advantage, which is what you want to do. You want to keep getting ahead, get more and more ahead. Bloom's got the pylon over here, but as soon as Lapsus got the pylon over here, but as soon as Bloom comes to expand, he is going to be able to see that and take it out. Another second Colossus over here. Lapsus finally getting this expansion up and running. Take a sip of my tea. So good. That is a big force, and if we look at the army size, yeah, that's a 30 food advantage. Now, we've seen in other games where 30 food advantages can get melted. They get melted by good force field usage. They get melted by Templar storms, but they don't get melted by straight up push. Even with this many Colossuses, we only have 3, and there's like no, there's no support. If he tries to push with this, it's just another bad decision. And this is what I was talking about before, with the difference between being good and being bad. A lot of times, it's not your macro. I mean, you know, even if you're bad at macro, the person who's across from you in a 1v1 match is probably just as bad at macro as you are. Probably just as bad, makes the same kind of micro mistakes as you do. So at every level, when you're playing 1v1, at every level, a lot of the gap in skill is based around decision making. And where you attack, when you attack, what your positionings are, how you decide to allow yourself to engage your enemy. Because bottom line, and here it is. Now, if he had a few sentries and could cut this in half, he could win this fight because he has so many Colossus. But because he doesn't, there's no sentries. Lapsus has to leave the game because he just got smoked, because that is a lot of Marauders right there. And that's what you do. If you're Terran and the guy's going Colossus, he doesn't have a lot of support, not a lot of force fields, you just Marauder your pants off, and, you know, you're going to melt those Colossus like they're made of jello. But every level, see, let me just make my point before I quit here. At every level, the units work the same way. You hear me? At every level, every skill level, the units work the same way. So even if, you know, obviously you're going to make some big mistakes. I make huge micro mistakes sometimes. I lose games because I walk full armies into Terran stem and I'm meant to attack and I just move command, things like that. It's going to happen because you're a noob. But the units work the same at every level. So how you think about engagement is important to your advancement. So where you attack, when you attack, and, you know, what your positioning is in every single game, it's going to be probably the biggest factor. It's probably the only factor between some of these levels, like between gold and platinum, between platinum and diamond. A lot of those, it's decision making. And the guys in Masters will probably tell you the same thing. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. And keep climbing that ladder. Hey, that's my catchphrase, isn't it? Keep climbing that ladder.